Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party and let's try Wrack. It's by Final Boss Entertainment. It's an old school FPS. It's $14.99 right now. I don't know if that's the final price, but that will get you into the early access beta on Steam. It is only available for Windows as far as I know. You can get it on Steam, the Sora, or Gamersgate, but even a developer suggests you probably should get it on Steam. It also has full controller support, though frankly it's FPS on a PC. Why would you bother? So let's hop right into this. I will, let's see, let's actually do quick play. We can do, obviously we can save and I'm gonna do a quick play where you can pick any stage that's available, which right now there's only the 6 stages. So, and I've completed all of these stages. So I'm actually at Recycling Center, part 2. But I'm gonna play part 1 and we'll go with hardcore difficulty. I'm going to be trying to talk and do this at the same time, so you will forgive me my transgressions of dying and what have you. So we're going to skip through the story. Obviously, there's no artwork here yet, but it will be coming because, again, it is a beta. But keep that in mind when you're buying it. It is early access, so it is going to be a little buggy. There are going to be things that change. There are going to be things that don't work the way they're supposed to. So be aware of what you're buying when you hop in. So let's talk about this old school FPS thing, because one of the developers I noticed made a post on their site saying, well, a lot of people are calling this retro. And I'm just going to skip through the story parts here. You can basically, what's happening as far as story goes is that we're in the future, utopia, but things have gone wrong, and these people are trying to steal this machine we have, which can basically create anything we want to create. And that's why we have a utopia, is because, well, there's no reason to fight for anything. We have limitless resources, so, you know, who cares? Let's go ahead and break through these boxes here. Oh, and we have our first enemies. But that's the basic story as it stands so far. We are being invaded by these evil bad guys, and we want to go stop them. Kind of, you know, pretty standard fare. Normal fare. So why is this old school? Well, first off, you'll see how very, very quickly I am moving. It's very fast-paced, like old school Doom, Duke Nukem 3D, Quake, etc. Now again, the developer mentioned something about, oh, it's not, don't call it retro, don't call it retro. It's not trying to emulate necessarily or go for the old school look. Obviously the graphics are very updated. It's got the cel-shaded look, sort of like Borderlands. So don't call it retro. I can agree to an extent, and we won't go on too much of a tangent. I don't know what the, oh, these guys. That's what those guys. These guys blow up if they get close to you, so we do not want them on top of us. We'll pick up some other weapons here in just a bit. But he said, well, you know, it's not really, don't call it retro. Maybe don't call it retro. Ow. A lot of these boxes are trapped, so I probably should be opening them with my guns. Yeah, much better. Oh, and I was hitting, you know, the explosive barrels, or explosive boxes with my sword. I don't know. Anyway, so how is it old school? For those of you who, you know, maybe didn't start playing games until the PlayStation 1 type era. What that means is, in a nutshell, it's very fast-paced, as you can see. You move around very, very quickly. There is no automatic health regen. There's usually armor that you find. You find health kits that you have to use to heal yourself. These guys take a lot of hits. In fact, we're going to do this. So we got lots of shotgun bullets. So we're going to do this old method. Get in close with a shotgun to maximize the damage, and then back out so you can't hit us. But as far as old school, you can also carry as many weapons as you can find. So if I find 8 different weapons, I can carry all 8 weapons. It's up to me to balance my ammo count. So if one gun starts running low, then I need to switch them out. You can't, ideally, that you won't pick up one gun that's just better than everything else, and that you will have to swap weapons out. And we're getting completely destroyed here. I probably should have chose medium, since again I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Alright, so we got, no, I thought we got health. We got a lot of armor, at least. Oh, got a little bit of health here. So yes, it's characterized by fast movement, having to pick up your health and armor. You don't just hide for a few seconds and all of a sudden you're back to full health. None of that crap, which I actually very much hate. And all the guns you can eat. Also, there's hidden items or hidden walls many times. You can just run around and hit F to try to find the hidden areas. I've actually not had a lot of luck finding those in particular. But then again, I haven't spent a lot of time looking. I've been mostly just, murdering things en masse. So first thing, let's talk about, oops. I've noticed that happens sometimes, but that's my mouse. Don't chalk that up to the game. Well, first thing, let's get this out of the way, and you've probably figured it out already. If you are one to get motion sickness, these types of games might not be for you. And I think I'm getting old, because I was playing this for about an hour and a half, 2 hours earlier, and I actually started to get pretty sick. Motion sickness, which is really sad because I used to play, hours of Duke Nukem 3D and multiplayer Quake 1 and Team Fortress. So I'm just getting old. Folks, don't get old. That's my advice to you. Don't get old. That way you can play hours of old school FPSs without worrying about getting motion sickness like an old man. But yeah, the graphical style, I've got to say, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not against cel-shaded in particular. I'm just not crazy about this particular implementation of it. It's not bad. It's not going to keep me from enjoying the game, but I'll say that I wish they would have went with a different style. But again, obviously that's all personal. Everybody else might love it, and hey, that's good. Again, it's not enough to detract me from my enjoyment of the game, and I have quite enjoyed it so far. I really, really miss the old school FPS. Also, you can hit F5 to quick save. Remember those days? God, those were the days. We could kill these floaty guys. Let's get in the close up so that we can shotgun and take them out quickly. Take these dudes out. One thing I will say too, killing robots, not quite as enjoyable as killing living things, as effed up as that might sound. That's very low on bullets. See, part of the old school FPS was managing your ammo. And again, good level designers made it so that you couldn't just run around using the same gun all the time. You had to switch it up on occasion. And sometimes there are actual turrets inside those boxes that will shoot at you. So you do have to be careful. That's why you see me kind of shooting them but standing back. Uh-oh. These blow up. These are the exploding ones. You can tell from the noise they make. There are some pathing issues I've noticed when enemies come through a doorway. Sometimes they'll get a little weirded out. But again, keep in mind this is beta. So we got our pulse gun. Not crazy about this gun, but to be fair, I'm usually not a fan of these types of guns. They shoot the rapid fire. Pretty standard fare. We'll go ahead and use it though. You see, it does have an arc, so you do have to factor in the downward arc. And you do need to keep an eye all around you, especially on these harder difficulties, because sometimes enemies will come up from the side and destroy you pretty quickly. And that's one reason I really hate using a controller for FPS. Is it's hard to strafe around, look behind you, and with a much more fast-paced game like this, you don't have time to aim, which is frankly one of the reasons FPSs have been, we'll use the term, slowed down, because you just cannot turn and aim as quickly with a controller. But anyway, I'm absolutely glad to see somebody making these again. They love to do that, put these explodey guys right on the side. It's like Dark Souls all over again. Always poke inside before you go all the way. And again, there is still some pathing issues. You can see this guy's been stuck over here for a while, and he's caught him to get stuck. There's another exploding guy. We're going to switch to the shotgun. The other shotgun. Oop. These guys are a little bit too easy to avoid. They're just really, really slow. Their attacks are really slow. They pretty much... The only time that they've ever been a danger to me is if they surprise me, or if you're in a very tight quarter. Those purple shots, or pink, whatever they are, will actually home on you, so you do have to watch out. They're slower shots, but they'll home on you. So as you can see, we're picking up ammo. At the bottom left, if you haven't noticed already, you can see our ammo and our health. We're actually doing pretty darn good right now. In fact, we're going to save. I'm going to check for secrets. Like I say, I've actually been very unlucky at finding hidden wall secrets. Now, on occasion, I've been able to, find the ones where I have to make a certain jump. But I haven't been able to find wall ones. But again, I've not really been looking all that much. And I've only been looking at areas that it looks obvious. And then I kind of forget. And of course, you can always switch to your sword. If you want to, conserve ammo, switch to the sword. The sword does a lot of damage. It actually one-shots pretty much everything that I fought. Except for those big guys. So I've got a bunch more pistol ammo. Speaking of ammo, I think one place that I think needs a little work as far as the level design so far. It seems like I'll often get... Whoa. Oh, I'm on a conveyor belt. I was like, what's going on? Oh, see. Got an extra life. We'll talk about the extra life thing in a second. But... Oop, look out. That one's actually will follow you, so we want to avoid that if at all possible. But one complaint I have is... Again, theoretically... Ah, shit. I hate these things. It's hard to see. Well, first, those little guns are hard to see. Like, under the debris of the box, a lot of times I only know I'm getting shot because I'm taking damage. I don't even know if I'm damaging this thing. Okay, it's dead. Let's see. Oh. But anyway, yes, back to the ammo thing. My issue is that, so far, it seems to give me a lot of one type of ammo. Like, even if, for example, there was a stage earlier where I was using a shotgun, I never switched from the shotgun, yet the game just kept giving me more and more and more shotgun ammo, but wasn't giving me pulse or pistol ammo. So I think they could use a little work on that end. Now, one thing here you'll see is there's a helmet. I think that's what that is up there. I haven't been able to figure out how to get that. I've run around pressing the walls, use on the walls, and I haven't had any luck so far having anything open up for me. I think maybe over here? Since that's where it is now. Okay. Alright, so let's wait. I'm sure enemies are going to spawn here in any second. Grab some more pulse cells. Another thing about killing robots, and I started talking about this earlier, and this is kind of an overall design issue / disagreement. Now this guy is bugged. You can see he doesn't have any movement animations. But I picked up... Oh, I can jump over that. You can actually dodge those, or you can just jump over them. Now, the buff I have right now, I think, gives me extra damage. Or you can just go higher than him. But obviously, he's not working. And I'm keep distracting myself with different things to talk about. One issue I have is killing robots not as satisfying as killing enemy humans or pig cops or demons from hell who scream and bleed and you go and kick them to finish them off. It just does not as satisfying. Another issue I have, which you saw there partially, is there doesn't seem to be critical hit spots. I hate these. Oh, shit. We're getting kind of destroyed here. Let's run over here to get out of the way. Those trackers are a real pain. I gotta say, once I started playing this, at first I was like, oh my god, this is so fast. Like, I can't control it. It's insane. Because it's been so long since I played a real FPS. And yeah, I said it, a real FPS. And again, you can see there's stuff up there, but I can't quite figure out how to get to it. And I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to find the hidden doors. You can do that if you decide to pick it up. We'll use the pulse gun for a bit here, just again trying to mix it up. Right now I've only found the 3 different guns. But anyway, let's actually try to finish an actual thought. Wow. Low on armor. Health is not doing super great right now. Oop, there's a dude down here. I see you. Hide behind the box. Oop. There's no critical spots. Headshots don't seem to give extra damage. If you kill with a headshot, like their head doesn't blow up. Again, the critical hit is, I think, more important. I think that's very important to have the critical hits. That way you're rewarded for aiming more carefully and more skillfully, as opposed to just, randomly shooting and getting and, doing regular damage. I think you should be rewarded for headshots, or, depending on the enemy, maybe their weak point is somewhere else. Like perhaps on those big guys, somewhere in the back is their weak spot. Doesn't matter. You know, some kind of... Oops. This mouse has some issues sometimes. Freaking out. I blame cat hair on everything I own, which is the best part of having a cat. Let's go ahead and quick save it again. Quick save being back. Oh my god, it's great. But yeah, it doesn't seem to matter when I shoot them in the head. Of course, I shoot them in the body over and over there to prove my point. But yeah, I definitely would like to see crits. On top of that, and this is just, you know, me dreaming a little because, hey, it's my right to dream. If we're getting an old school FPS, I'm going to just keep on dreaming for things, or asking for things. Some kind of locational damage gibs. So, for example, if I shoot them in the head, or if I kill them with a headshot, their head explodes. Or if I shoot them in the leg and kill them with the leg shot. I really hate these guys, especially when there's multiples like this. Just 1 second. Sorry, it was focusing. See, again, this guy, not going to be a challenge. In fact, I'll kill him with a sword again. But yeah, you know, if I kill a guy with a leg shot, maybe his leg blows off if I do a lot of damage. Or if I, you know, shoot him in the arm and kill him with the arm shot. Now, we don't have to go crazy. Like, let's say shooting him in the arm, he doesn't drop his gun necessarily, even though that would be awesome. It would, you know, I would, again, just a little bit extra, because I think the reason this comes up is because the game doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like it has a lot of impact. When I shoot an enemy and when I just fire a gun, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of impact behind it. It just kind of feels like, oh, the gun's going off. Oh, bullets are going out. Oh, that enemy's taking damage because he was in my reticle. Not, oh, damn, that enemy got owned because my gun had some major kickback and a loud explosion. I hate these guns. There we go. But yeah, it's not like, oh, yeah, I really feel like my gun is powerful and it's got a great kickback and a loud noise, and it really feels like that's why the enemy's dead, because he couldn't stand before my powerful barrage. As opposed to, I just happened to shoot at the right place at the right time. So I would like to see that something to be worked on. Maybe, possibly. Let's see. We're running low on ammo, actually, which is no bueno. We're actually out of pistol bullets completely, I think. 14 shotgun and 12 of the Uzi type, the plasma gun. So we will probably be, go ahead and quick save, meleeing it up a bit. Oh. All right, now this is one of my first questions. Now, I can revive, but I can also just, you know, quick load. This is what I did just then. The only difference I've found is that revive is faster because you don't have to reload. It just takes you back to your last checkpoint. But I guess my question for the developers, if they're watching, is why? Like, why would I ever use a life? You can see my life my lives at the top left there. So yeah, like, why would I bother? Maybe they can answer that, because up until this point, I have not been able to figure out a reason. This game does also have leaderboards. So as you can see at the top right, we have a score. And you've probably noticed, and I've done a poor job of explaining up until this point, that a lot of times when we kill a bunch of enemies in a row, we'll get a combo multiplier and we'll get a lot of extra points. So if you are into the whole score attack thing, this game definitely has it. Now, with these guys, we definitely do not want to kill with a sword, because they, again, blow up. Nope. We're doing pretty good on shotgun ammo, though. We're getting a lot of shotgun ammo. But this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? We're getting a lot of shotgun ammo, but not a lot of everything else. Let's try to save ammo here a bit. Now, enemies do gib, though, as you can see. Like, in fact, let's do this. Nope. Just kill him. And if I shoot him again, he'll blow up in a beautiful shower of blood and miscellaneous body parts. So I would like to see that again, like when I do a headshot, maybe the head blows off. You know, again, while we're making recommendations slash requests slash making a wish list. But so far, I've really enjoyed it. If you have not played, you know, if you didn't grow up with the FPS, the old school FPS, either you weren't playing games at the time or you were busy not being alive, I would definitely suggest checking out. It's a genre that I've really missed and that has really fell by the wayside because you do not see games like this anymore. They rarely come out, like the Serious Sam 3 BFE, but they get very little press, and, you know, they are sometimes of questionable quality. Oh, God. And so far... Oh, okay. Let's go back down. Hello. That guy died. I'm not sure why. Oh, enemies can kill each other, so you can use that to your advantage. So these guys who shoot the blue bullets, if his buddy gets in front of him and hits him with a bullet, it does damage them. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I absolutely love this style of first-person shooter. I have no patience anymore for the realistic FPSs that we get now, or even not even realistic, the ones where, oh, I'm damaged, let me hide behind this pillar for 5 seconds. Oh, I'm totally fine, ready to go back out. It's just lazy, it's not challenging, and I just do not enjoy it at all. I want to see a resurgence of, damn it, I hate these guns, they're the worst. I just really want to see a resurgence of this type of game. Now, here's one thing I really hate. When I first started having motion sickness issues, I was playing this stage and this area. Every time that thing hits a box, it causes the screen to shake excessively, I might add. I would appreciate if either they remove that or maybe they made it less severe. Because honestly, it's pretty grating. Like how I said that, like all proper. It's pretty grating. Because if you want to say something proper, you say it British. Apparently. Let's see what's in here. Oh, armor, nice. Oh, and we got a secret statue, nice. I love all the hidden items as well. I love finding hidden items. I like checking the walls for hidden areas. One thing I will say though is I did watch the demo. Like if you don't press start, it'll kick into a demo of the first level, and he actually shows a hidden area that I did not find originally. Let's get back here so we don't have those guys shooting at us. And so it did show him opening a wall panel. I like the whole opening a wall panel to find the hidden objects or hidden areas thing. But I would like it to not be just a crapshoot, right? Don't make it me attacking against random walls. Make it stand out a little bit. And I keep jumping from topic to topic here. But you'll notice I just found like 12 bullets. This whole time I've been out of revolver ammo, or pistol ammo rather. And I haven't found any until just now. And I'm already down to 1. So I really think there needs to be a little work, in my opinion, done on mixing up the ammo. Again, we've only got 36 pulse ammo shots. And we're down to 16 on the shotgun, but we've been using the shotgun a lot. So yeah, I would like to see a better mix. So we just picked up a ton more shotgun ammo. I'm going to try to get a big multiplier here. Nope, I'm going to blow up is what I'm going to do. Handling this very poorly. Very poorly. Thank you for killing your buddy there. I don't know if you noticed, but he did kill his friend. I appreciate that, by the way. Well, I did a piss poor job of getting a multiplier there and handling that room in general. One thing I do like, they have said that when you up the difficulty, it doesn't just flat make the enemies harder to kill. They do more damage, but they have the same health. I think that's, in my opinion, that's the best way to do the difficulty. Oh, God. That hurt a lot. I think that's the right way to do the difficulty, in my opinion. Which is, I guess I say I think. I don't need to say in my opinion. See, I want his head to blow up when I shotgun him to the face like that. But anyway, yeah, I think that is the best way to do difficulty. Because if they just take more bullets, then that means you have to put more ammo in the stage. You have to make sure to find more secrets, which, you know, I can see varying opinions on that requirement. But I like the idea of, okay, you still want to watch your shots, but there's going to be a lot more cases of, oh God, I'm almost dead, I better run, or I need to make sure I'm strafing more and avoiding bullets. But they still take the same number of, you know, bullet shots to kill. One comment that I was talking to Raven Valor about this game. One comment he made. Where do I go? he made is that there's no map, and he doesn't like the lack of a map in this game. First of all, we had kind of an argument on if old school games had maps. Again, a little bit of pathing issues here and there. But we had an argument, well, debate, maybe not argument, is not the right word, on if old school games like Doom and Duke 3D had a map or not. Now, I do not recall original Doom having a map. Or even Quake, for that matter. Or Duke 3D. I don't remember any of those games having a map. Now, I could be wrong, but I thought that those were added in later builds, like when they did like re-releases of those games. I thought that they were added then. Take out as many as we can. Ooh, nice. Extra life. Let's see if we can shoot 3. Oh, nice. Got all 3. So we got 15 shotgun, 1 pistol bullet still, and 33 on this. So I don't mind. Here's the thing. I'm not complaining about being low on ammo. My complaint is the mixture of ammo I'm getting. Again, keep in mind I'm using a shotgun most of the time, and I'm staying around 20 to 30 ammo on the shotgun. If I use a shotgun all the time, my other ammo should be building up. That should be part of the strategic plan, right? Is if you really like one gun, you can use it a lot, but you still need to mix it up, or else you're going to run out of bullets. But yeah, I don't remember old school FPS games having maps. So I don't mind this game having maps because one big thing. Oh wow, we actually finished the stage already. One big thing about this game, I think it does a really good job of showing you where to go next. A lot of times, like, you'll flip a switch and you'll run back to a place you were. Not a lot of backtracking, but a little bit of backtracking, not enough to be annoying. But a door will open and there'll be enemies behind the door. So it's like, oh, I know I need to go this way because there's no living enemies anywhere else. And I need to go where all the enemies are. Most of the time, that's how I find my way around the map. And I think that was really well designed aspect of this game, is that it's most of the time, again, I've played the first 5 maps, and I think one time I got lost for about 1 to 2 minutes. It wasn't long at all. Nice kick out of that so the music's not blaring in our ear. But yeah, I think it does a good job of that. So I don't think you need a map if you design the stages right. Now they might be adding a map later, I don't know. But you know, we'll see. I don't think it's a requirement. We're gonna actually kick back to the main area here so I can show you the other game modes. There is a time attack where you can play a stage, and as you might imagine, you try to beat the game as quickly as possible, or you beat that stage as quickly as possible, like I did Metroplex in 2 minutes 58. Now, one thing I wish you could do there is check, because I think it just kicks me in. Oh no, okay, here we go. We can view the leaderboards, I was gonna say. So we can view the leaderboards. And let's see this guy. This guy's got 114.58, Mr. Decino. We can actually hit enter here, and it'll download his replay. So we can watch his replay. We can watch our own as well after we've done a stage. But you can find the person. There's also a score attack. I'm assuming you can do this with score attack as well. But you can, see how he did it. That is awesome. I love that feature. That might not be a big feature to a lot of folks. I don't know if he's stuck or if he's trying to... I think the replay might be bugged. Yes. So yes, it does look like the replay is bugged. Unless he's trying to exploit to the wall or something. So despite it being bugged right now, I think it's great that this exists. And I'm sure they'll work on it and get it working. Again, it is in beta, so... let's return back to the menu. But it's awesome that it exists. I love being able to say, view the leaderboards and say, holy shit, how did this guy get 114? This will also make it very easy to find the cheaters, because there's always cheaters on the leaderboard. So it should be very easy to pull up their run and say, okay, this guy obviously used a hack to get to the end, or used super speed or something like that. So hopefully that'll make it easier to find and report cheaters. But I think that's an awesome feature. And again, as I mentioned before, there is a score attack where you just try to get the highest score possible. You do actually get extra points for killing with a sword. So I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of sword killing. It's like 50 extra points per kill. I don't know if if your time is factored into the score. It probably is. So people who go for the highest score, it'll be interesting to see how they mix up using a sword to kill enemies and just trying to beat the stage as quickly as possible. Right now, he has also announced that he's doing bi-weekly updates, or the developers are doing bi-weekly updates. I don't know if that's like from here to eternity, which probably not, because they eventually will get old and die. But I don't know if that's just through the beta or what the intention is there. But right now, every other week, they're doing updates to add, tweak, what have you. Let's talk about the negatives real quick before we end. The power-ups are a little hard to see. I meant to mention this while we were playing, but sometimes the armor and the bullets are a little hard to see. Now, this could be just because I'm an old man, but sometimes they blend into the background for me. I would like to see some, again, kind of an old school look where maybe the upgrades are like spinning. They're like the hovering and spinning in the air, like with a Quake and whatnot. That would make them a little easier to see, or maybe like a little glow around them. The floating twirling would be kind of a nice old school feel to it, but you know, whatever, anything to make them a little easier to see. Again, not a big deal. That could very well just be me having not the greatest eyesight in the world. Let's see, the lives, I still don't get the point of having the lives. Maybe that will explain later. Maybe that somehow factors into score. Maybe it keeps up with how often you load. I'm not quite sure how that plays into it. Also, there's no multiplayer currently. I personally don't really care, but I think a lot of people, when you say old school FPS, one of the first things they're going to ask is, oh, is there multiplayer? Where's the multiplayer? I have no idea if that's planned. It's not available right now. I didn't see anywhere where he mentioned multiplayer was coming or planned, or, you know, what phase it was going to come in. So that might be a negative for some folks. For me, it's not really too big of a deal. I'm also not sure how many levels he is going to, or they are going to have at release. One other thing is they have featured maps. These are maps that people in the community have created. So when you buy this game, you also get the tools to create maps so that you can actually, you know, oh, let's see, find this person's map, and we'll play it on casual because we're casuals. No, we're definitely not casuals. Whoa, oh dear God. And you will end up with maps like this. So if you weren't motion sick before, I hit jump, I swear I did. You'll end up with maps like this, so that could be cool. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's cool to, again, have this feature and have it built in. There's also going to be Steam Workshop, I believe he mentioned. I don't know what killed me there. But I think there's like a beam or something going across, isn't there? Ah, yep. Let's see if I can get across. Oh, nope. Can't make that second jump. Anyway, so I think that's all we need to see there. Now, as far as what does this do right? Well, it does old school FPS right. And frankly, that's pretty easy to do because nobody seems to be doing it anymore. They've got their own twists. Like, oh, it's old school FPS, but it's a roguelike as well. Which I really don't like roguelikes. But so I love to see a new old school, fast-paced, no health regen, picking up armor, carry all the weapons that you want. You've got to do your ammo management yourself. I love that. And the art style, I'm not crazy about. The music is pretty good. It's, you know, it's meant to be like getting you pumped as you're doing the levels. It's pretty good. I'm not crazy about it. I won't be, you know, downloading the OST anytime soon, or, you know, picking it up on YouTube. But it's good enough to, you know, get you, you know, a little motivated to, you know, killing loads of enemy alien robots. As far as what the other thing I wanted to mention that I really liked was no map, but so far it's done a really good job of showing you where you need to go. One thing that I would maybe suggest is that sometimes when you press a button, it'll show a gate opening somewhere that you've opened by pressing the button. It might help because sometimes you have no frame of reference as to where that door is. And a lot of times you figure it out because you go back to where you came and, oh, look, all of a sudden there's a bunch of enemies behind this door. So, you know, oh, that must be the door that opened. Sometimes it's not so obvious. So maybe some kind of flyback where, you know, the camera shows you what door's opening, but then it travels back to you so that you can see the path you need to take to get back to it. Again, so far that's not really been an issue, but it's something maybe to consider in later builds. Other things that I like to see are critical hits, you know, headshots, or just wherever a critical location is on an enemy. I'd like to see that, and it goes, you know, make sure it makes a noise or says something when you crit, just to, again, reward you for aiming better as opposed to just firing into their body. And on that note, I want to say that it seems like, and you know, I could be wrong, but it seems like there's some auto aiming going on. I checked the settings and I couldn't find any way to like turn it off if it exists, but it felt like a lot of times I was a little bit off, even with like say the pistol, and it was hitting the enemy anyway. So if there is an auto aim or aim correction, I would like at least to have the option to turn it off if it actually exists. Again, I could actually be wrong, and maybe that's not the case. But just kind of popping through the options here so you can see those. But overall, I really enjoy it. I really like having that replay feature there for the leaderboards and be able to see what kind of score other people get. Multiplayer, the lack of multiplayer might be an issue for some people, so I don't know if they want to address that, if they have any plans on putting that in. But yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed my time with Wrack, and I'll probably play it a little bit more. So definitely check it out. Again, it's $14.99 right now. I don't know if that's the final price, but that is the price to get in now, so that you can play in the early beta. And I think it just now opened up to enter the early beta. So check it out on Steam, the store, or Gamersgate. I'll put links to all of them below in the video description. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video and like to see more of these Let's Tries, helping you find games that you might not have heard about, go ahead and subscribe as if you didn't already know that. And thank you guys for watching.